going to get pushed. As I hear some fighting in the back. Let's stick here. Let's figure out how this is going to end. There's your first blood as Slick takes down Shay. The rest of Team E kind of split up. Let's go over here on this side of Cemetery. Hater and crew. Phoenix in the back dropping down 2. Look at Team C and Plains. It's all converging right here. Noob really hurt. Gets taken down right there by Egg Inc. The rest of Team E has to go back behind the flaccid tube. What's going on? Oh, Quill takes down Slick. That's a big kill. Quill tries to go back and forth with Mike, but gets taken down, and Mike gets taken down too by Leo B. Quill with a big-time drop off the tower. Makaru getting pushed by Phoenix. Makaru down to nothing and going to get taken down by the zone, and Schniggelfritz takes down Magic Mike. The Toxica, oh, a big kill by Ray-Ban. Quill's going to bring it into the tower. Leo B and company are going to try to get with Noob in the back. As we broke off that fight, he took Noob down with a big off shot. Team C pushing in. Slick going back and forth. Big kill on La Toxica. Slick by design. Now with Leo B in a one-on-one, but gets taken down. As Slick gets met by Phoenix and the rest of Team C. Quill with the pin drop. A big pin drop by Quill. With that big kill in the UMP. And going to get back with his team. Frank. Not a good position. Slick's going to push off. Get a bunch put on him right there, Ray-Ban. He held down, but Phoenix takes down Frank, and Slick takes down La Toxica. Phoenix with a big kill on Magic Mike, and Makaru dies out of the battle zone. And there goes the shift of the zone back towards Plains. And there they go. Terrific, the second place team, gets taken down first. And that's going to make a dent in the scores. This is Team C caught down below. Got to get their players up. La Toxica and Leo really hurt. Hater's going to push in. There's some haterade for you. Takes down Leo, takes down La Toxica, and takes them all down. As down goes Mistletoe Jam. Team's got to get back. Team E continuing to hold strong. Egg Inc in the back. Nowhere for Hater to go. Ooh, and Hater gets taken down, but not before killing his boys. And Egg Inc up top. Team E hurting. Shay down to nothing. And oh my gosh, Egg Inc with a big kill on Shay. Makaru takes down Amazing Warrior. One left on Joel and one left on Rough Riders. Salty Bros. And all these players still trying to get a piece of zone. Ray-Ban got really hurt. Taco up top of the ribbon. Watch out. Oh no, Hater got taken down right there by Taco Flavored Kisses. And that's going to change the complexion of this game as Team B are down to 2 players. Hater got up just in time. He must have the class. And Dubs, oh my gosh, Dubs a big kill. Schniggelfritz kills Dubs. Noob and company working on the outside. And gosh, as this thing gets tighter and tighter, it gets harder and harder to work the camera. And Noob dies out of battle zone. One left on Rough Riders. Rough Riders still has a chance to get up. Joel down to 1 again. Gets another player up. Rough Riders has 4 players now all up as the zone continues this very, very slowly move into zone. The zone gets exposed. Killing. Ooh, but he gets taken down. Makaruski with the Uzaruskis. Big kill up close. Hater and Dubs over by the drop. Let's see if we can get Hater up to get back up if they want a chance. And there they go as Team E pushes down their way. Another big kill. Makaru on Schniggelfritz. Taco big kill on Shay. Oh boy. And watch out, killing boys. Killing with a killing. Really good kill with the Uzis. A nice push. Egg Inc, a good kill there. And Taco Flavored Kisses just kisses them. And stinks like a taco. All right, Salty left on this team as this battle really took a big time shift. And Taco takes him down. And there we go, folks. We've got a winner. It's right in time. It's going to get it put on him in the back, and that's Hater. Hater with an M60. Schniggelfritz gets a big upshot, and Taco gets taken down as Noob works really well down low. It cleans him up. But here comes Killin. Looking to do just that. With a quick res, and oh boy, takes down Taco Flavored Kisses. It's just too much as Ray-Ban gets pushed by Noob and crew. And just too much for them. Team E is going to shield up, heal up, maybe do some team. Puts it right in his butthole. And Macaru's going to make you pay for it too. You're going to use those builds. Ooh, Taco takes down D-Dubs. Pushed him hard, and the rest of the crew down over at Roy Lucas. He's going to hang on to that little piece of that little billboard area, going to work around, but too much as Slick just works it. And it works it really well. Team C in this corner. And that's going to give Slick an idea. Hey, I'm going to continue to push. Sorry, Schnickelfritz took down Ray-Ban. Oh, boy, it's been a long day. Oh, my God, Plato's. Hater takes down Phoenix. Nice mover on the side by Hater. He's got Leo beat down to almost nothing. Phoenix gets up. They continue to heal. Hater pushes in and takes down Leo B. A huge kill by Hater. As Hater's on his own, pushing two teams. Quill really close. Oh no, Hater down to nothing, and Quill takes him down with a PH4 shot. An amazing try to heal from behind, but just not enough. Let's keep it here. Slick gonna push in. Team C stacked well, but Frank and Slick bringing the side up. Leo B gets taken down by Slick. A big kill by Slick. But Slick's getting hurt as there's somebody behind him bringing up his set. And here's Macaru down below. Let's see what he does. Ooh, a big kill. But Taco goes ahead and makes him pay for it. Taco's going to get the team up. He's got the healing class in the back. Two left there, only one on Joel. Got to watch Joe Cola, D-Dub, the only one left in that team. Let's stay right here in the battle zone. There'll be a big kill on Frank as La Toxica takes down Schnicka. And down they go. Schnickelfritz, a big kill. Good kill by Schnickelfritz. As his team continues to work into the zone. Team C trying to meet there. Toxica really hurt Leo B and Quill in the zone. And he dies out of battle zone. Dub dies as well, but I think he got two of his players up in Joel. And hopefully he did, because there's only 3 players in that team. And this is what's left of zone. Team C stacked well. And let me move my way around. Ray-Ban dies out of battle zone from behind. Salty Bros down to 1 player. And Noob takes down Leo B. Mistletoe Jam down to 1 player as well. Oh boy, big time wipe. Big time play. And wow, are they ever all mixed in. Dub down to 1 little bit. Another big kill. Schnickelfritz on a tear. Teammate caught in that building, but Dub died out of battle zone. Let's use the last one back in there. Schnickelfritz moves into godlike status. Team A getting smothered. Makaruski's the only one left on that team. Getting pushed by Noob. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and a big kill by Noob, and we got a winner. Really close. Ooh, and from down below, Schnicka. Good job, Schnicka. Slick cleaned it up. All right. They took care of Team A. The rest of Team A over in Kingdom. Let's go. There you go. Missing a big kill by Leo B up close. I'm sorry, Amazing Warrior on Leo B up close. Phoenix drops down and takes care of Amazing Warriors. Gonna get Leo up. And I was headed right to that fight. And I got deked by that freaking shielding up. God. Oh, big time kill on Amazing Warriors. Amazing Warrior tried to jump that res. Got up, got down. Oh, on this side of the wind turbine, a bunch of big shots. Noob down to almost nothing, pushing Slick. Oh, a big kill by Slick, but they 1v1 each other. And they both go down. And Noob's going to move in, maybe try to get part of it. Really hurt. Mike pushes in. And Mike gets taken down, or takes down Taco, that is. And Mac takes down Slick, a good push, but Frank in from behind with an M10. And he cleans it up. Salty Bros down to 2 players. A fight right here, killing on the corner. Ray-Ban, Noob trying to push in. Ray-Ban from the corner and gets taken down, kill. Ooh, but Noob takes down Ray-Ban with Schnickelfritz bringing in the corner. Team D down below. Macaru on his own is going to get met by Team E and Schnickelfritz. Schnicka in the back trying to bring up the corner, and Macaru gets taken down by Schnickles. And Leo, another big kill on Hater. Another big kill on him. Come the zone. But continue to take some damage. It's really hurting. It's really hurting. Team D down below. La Toxica takes down Slick. What a big kill. What a big kill, but a good rotation. The winners of that last round gets taken down. And look at all this action right here. Magic Mike, ooh, really close. Big kill by Magic Mike. Big exchange, takes down 2 players. Pushing in well with this team, watch out. Schnicka, big kill on Macaru, and Leo B and company up. But Slick right there to meet him and greet him. Quill, oh, watch out, Quill, the last one on your team up top of the billboard. Hater is well down below, taking big time zone damage. Let's see who goes out first. And down he goes as Hater hung on with just enough time to take him down, but gets taken down by the battle zone. And there he goes. So Hater with a good push there at the end, gets a little bit of placement. Just enough holding these teams out. Look at Magic Mike. Really doing great work here. 2 left on the Salty Bros. Slick pushes in. 1 left. But gets taken down by Taco. Nice push, buddy. And down they go. Slick takes down Taco, and we've got a winner. Right, as well as Macaru. He's going to put some shots down on him. That's going to make him a little scared to push. Right from the back, who could it be with an M60? It's Ray-Ban, and Ray-Ban really putting some big heat down on him. The Team A caught out. Macaru dies out of battle zone, gets taken down. Phoenix pushing around the back. Takes down Taco. Favorite kisses with the Tech 9. Team C with a good push. Killing, oh, Magic Mike, a big-time kill. Magic Mike pushing in. Schnick, a big kill on Noob. 2 left on Team E. Rough Riders in a bad position. Shay and Schnickel got to get back. Slick's going to push. And Slick in from behind. Slick, a big kill. Oh, and Taco took down Slick. Oh, my God. Taco from the corner totally ruined this push. Them. Team D needs to get their player up, and they do. Macaru jumped it, though. Watch out. Oh, a big kill. Macaru came in, snuck one in, but Slick made him pay for it. Slick by design, a big kill. Team A hanging onto that building, to that fight. Look at all these teams battling it out. Rough Riders down to 1 player. That's the Schnickel of Fritz, I believe. Ooh, got their players up. Oh, no, Leo B in a bad way. Takes them all down. And Leo B with a big, nice bridge. Team D down below on their own, too. Slick pushing a 1v3 in this building. Oh, boy, Slick, a big kill on Macaru. Going to get back down to almost nothing. Taco and Ray-Ban caught in this building. Heal. Frank, do you have a healing class? We need you, buddy. Slick's going to go ahead and continue to push in. Another big kill by Slick. Another big push. Oh, boy, as Slick brought it to him in that building. But just too much. 1 left on the Salty Bros as Frank pushes in. Frank with a big push, but gets swiped right there at the end. And we're going to keep it here with this fight as Salty Bros down to almost nothing. Team D continues to push in. They're all mixed up. Magic Mike, another kill. Gets taken down by Taco. Did I hear a res? There goes a res. Anybody in mixed? Magic Mike couldn't get back in time. Schnickel gets taken down. We got to drop right by Slick. Taco gets taken down and Slick ends it. What an exchange in that building as those teams are really... Team C still caught. Team B says, fuck it, we're going to play spoiler this game. But Hater, just too much, gets taken down by the battle zone. 1 left on to Joel Cola. And maybe they are back over on the 2 players. And this is a big-time face-off as Phoenix is holding on. Slick with a push. Oh, Slick with a kill. P90 on Phoenix. 1 left on Mistletoe. Leo B working back around. Leo B's got a piece of what's going on now. And it looks like they can rotate around and get a good position on both these teams. Nice one-on-one. Dubs gets taken down by Quill. Schnicka takes down Leo B, an amazing warrior, takes down La Toxica. Mistletoe Jam down to 1 player, and down they go. A big kill by Slick on Quill. Now Joe Cola down to their 3 players. Got them all up. Slick's going to push. and it's going to clean him up. One left on Amazing Warrior. Slick on a total rampage right now. 11 kills, Lails. Amazing Warrior, the last one on the team. And no use getting your players up. And there he goes, ending it just like he began it. And we've got a winner. We're leading the lobby, stacked really well. Frank down here with Shay Shay. And Shay Shay goes down. It just got stacked really hard. Schnickel, Fritz, and company meeting the other two players on Team Container. A little one-on-one. I hear a Tech 9. I do. Oh, but from the back, Schnickel, Fritz takes him down. And then another kill by Killen over there on Amazing Warrior. But Latoxica is over there. So they're going to have to push in. And Noob got really hurt. Phoenix over here for support. And Noob gets taken out by the battle zone and by those players. And is from behind on top of the tower. Quill getting pushed. Ooh, and Quill got taken down by Slick. A big kill by Slick. Watch out, Schnick. Is Shay from behind dead. And Schnickel that is, really hurt. And gets taken down. Latoxica, big kill from behind. Killing boys and Noob, the only two left on Mistletoe Jam. And boy, oh boy, not their night. Eginka kill on Noob. Rough Riders down to one player. Rough Riders gets taken down. But this fight is not over with yet. Mistletoe Jam caught in a corner. Quill and folks getting pushed by that flavor of Taco. And Taco takes down Leo. Latoxica hurt, puts down a banana. Taco continuing to push around. Frank, Magic Mike bringing in here. Slick. When the hater from the side takes down Ray-Ban. Flavor takes down Schnicka. Nowhere for them to go. Quill dies out of battle zone. Phoenix as well. And Leo B caught over here. One of two left. Latoxica gets tail. Leo B got Phoenix up just in time, but Leo B really hurt. Leo B is going to get taken down by the zone. Oh, no. Eggy Inc. gets taken down, too. Leo gets the credit for that kill. And Quill gets up Phoenix. Phoenix gets up Leo as well. So out of this zone. It's really burning and hurting. Magic Mike was a big shots on Quill from across. Lucifer over here, really close to Slick. Hater's going to help with this push. Ooh, but Slick takes down Hater. A big kill by Slick. And Slick pushes in another kill on Lucifer. Big kill by Slick right in the base of tower. Amazing Warrior with quiet as Slick's got a peak spot. Gonna come across the way. Magic Mike coming out of the entrance. Dub's still quiet. Ooh, Dubs busts out with a big kill on Magic Mike right there. And look at Slick. Continues to work around. It's getting pushed by Hater and Loose. Big kill by Slick on Lucifer. Another kill by Slick. Oh, but Hater too much with the Uzaruskis in that building. And Dubs split up from his team. Oh, and he takes down Frank. Put a bunch of shots as Frank got taken down by the battle zone. Same thing for the Makaruski. Continues to shrink over and shift over in towards the tower area. Team A caught over in the corner. Dubs a big kill on Mike, but dies out of battle zone. Lucifer in the corner with them is able to get him up, hopefully. As Slick and company. Frank really hurt. Team P moving really well across the zone. And Frank Lucy, big time kill by Lucifer. Good job. As she takes down Frank Magic Mike. Just joining me in the post-game show. Hater down below. A bunch taken off as Team T stacked up super well. And Frank takes down Hater. Lucifer in the corner with Amazing Warrior. And Dubs in the corner as well. Team A, the saltiness, still in a good position. As I try to get in here and close enough to see what's going on. Team A healing up. Team B still trying to make way. Dubs in the corner. Macaroon from below and from behind as Slick takes down Dubs in the street. Slick working for a piece of zone. It's just a bunch of kills in that building, but Ray-Ban holding on to an excellent piece of zone up top as Slick tries to peek. Hater takes down Mike in that building. Big DT work going on inside. Frank gets taken down by Hater. Slick still hanging on to this Pikaruski spot. Egg Inc. flying up top. Amazing Warrior with some amazing DT work. Well, wow, Team B does not want to go out. To go, we'll just follow Hater. Fuck it. This Hater's got 2 more players to get up. He does. But Lucy's going to push out. Frank in the corner. And we got some players up top. Magic Mike and Taco Flavored Kiss is a big push. As Ed takes down Magic Mike. Taco really hurt right here. As Slick takes down Loose and down below. The rest of Team A stacking well. And let's get in here. Let's see what Amazing Warrior is going to do. Amazing put it on Frank. Slick with a big push. Oh, right in his face. Big push by Slick. Another big push. And look at Slick completely go fucking ape shit right in this building. Hater takes down. Ow, it's not going to hit though. And there's Slick. Schnicko working this entrance. Another kill by Slick. Hater having it out. Lucy going to be in the doorway. Watch out. Watch out, because Slick is right there. And 1 left on Terrific 4. That's going to be Slick. A's going to push in. What does he do? What does he do? Well, he gets part of his team up. But he gets taken down as Ray-Ban and crew pushed in. Egg Inc. with a big kill. And Magic Mike, the last one left on that team up high. On with this fight, but we need to get Slick up. We got to get Slick up. Taco up top now. Takes Frank. Magic from the side. Big double kill. Egg Inc. flying in. 1 left on Terrific. That's Schnicka down below. Schnicka does it. And Team A gets their players up. Let's see if we get a jump in the res. No, not in time, but Egg Inc. pushes in. A big kill. Another kill by Egg Inc. on Frank. Good push. Slick's down in below. Is trying to get his players up.